Have you ever found yourself wondering if that person is really interested in you? Deciphering signs of attraction can feel like a true puzzle, especially when it comes to the female universe. The good news is that there are clear and scientifically proven signs that reveal when a woman is genuinely interested. Today, you will discover the 5 most powerful signs that every woman demonstrates when she is attracted to someone. These are subtle clues that, once identified, can completely change the way you handle your romantic interactions. And the best part, you will learn to interpret them accurately, avoiding that uncomfortable feeling of uncertainty. Female body language reveals powerful secrets about true interest. When a woman feels attracted, her body naturally begins to convey signals that are almost imperceptible but extremely significant. The subtle tilt of her body represents a nonverbal invitation for closeness. Imagine a silent dance where each movement means something. When she directs her posture completely towards you, even in crowded and noisy environments, it shows that you are the center of her attention. Her shoulders, feet, and entire body alignment indicate a desire for connection. Gestures complement this communication. Adjusting her hair delicately, hands that move lightly during the conversation, and glances that meet yours quickly are precious clues. Each movement reveals an interest that goes beyond the words spoken. Open body language also speaks volumes. Uncrossed arms, an open body posture, and a relaxed position signal that she feels comfortable and secure in your presence. These are micro-expressions that demonstrate simultaneous vulnerability and interest. Physical closeness becomes another revealing element. When a woman unconsciously reduces the space between you, gradually moving closer, she is signaling genuine attraction. It's not just about physical proximity, but about an energetic connection that transcends the material space. Notice also how she subtly mirrors your movements. This phenomenon, called mirroring, occurs naturally when there is rapport. If you move your hands in a certain way and she unconsciously reproduces similar gestures, this indicates a deep connection and a desire to establish rapport. Body language functions as a silent language, full of nuances and meanings. Understanding these signs can completely transform your perception of romantic interactions, allowing you to navigate the world of relationships with more confidence and sensitivity. Physical touches represent a powerful and revealing nonverbal language in the realm of attraction. When a woman genuinely interests you, she uses touch as a tool for emotional connection and closeness. A seemingly casual touch on the arm or hand can carry deep meanings. These delicate gestures act as secret passwords of communication, conveying interest beyond the verbal. These microsignals occur almost imperceptibly, but are extremely significant. The nature of these contacts is generally characterized by subtlety and intentionality. A brush of the hand during a conversation, a light touch on the shoulder while making an observation, or a deliberate physical proximity during a shared laugh are examples of how the body speaks. These touches also serve as evaluation strategies. The woman observes your reaction, perceives your level of comfort, and establishes a sort of unspoken test. Your bodily and emotional response functions as a gauge of compatibility and mutual interest. The intensity and frequency of these touches reveal the degree of attraction. Longer, more intense touches demonstrate greater connection and a desire for closeness. They are micro-gestures filled with energy and meaning that transcend simple physical communication. Context is also crucial in interpreting these signals. A touch in a professional setting will carry a different meaning than contact in a more intimate and relaxed scenario. The skill lies in understanding the nuances and the environment in which these gestures occur. Neuroscience confirms that touch releases oxytocin, a hormone associated with emotional connection and trust. Therefore, when a woman seeks physical contact, she is not only signaling attraction, but also establishing a deep chemical and emotional connection. Importantly, each woman expresses interest in a unique way. Touches are just one of the multiple languages used to demonstrate closeness and should be interpreted in conjunction with other behavioral signals. Sensitivity in perceiving these subtle movements can completely transform the dynamics of an interaction, allowing for more authentic and profound communication in the realm of relationships. Genuine interest in someone goes far beyond mere words or superficial compliments. When a woman truly connects with you, she shows authentic curiosity about your essence, your story, and your deepest dreams. Conversations move from mundane to layered with meaning. She doesn't ask just for politeness, but because she genuinely wants to know every detail that makes up your identity. Her questions reveal an intention to understand not only what you do, but who you truly are. Notice how she recalls information from previous conversations. If you mentioned a personal project weeks ago and she brings it up again later, it means that conversation stayed in her memory. These little gestures demonstrate dedicated attention and genuine interest in your journey. The depth of the discussions changes completely. Initial casual chats give way to conversations that touch on emotional and philosophical aspects. She wants to know your fears, your motivations, your challenges. She doesn't settle for superficial answers. She seeks deeper layers of your personality. When a woman is genuinely interested, she invests emotional energy in the interaction. Her focus is not on impressing you, but on truly understanding you. The questions flow naturally, as if she were unraveling a fascinating book, and in this case, the book is you. Listening becomes a fundamental element. She not only hears, but absorbs every word, making connections, seeking to understand the contexts behind the narratives. Her eyes shine with a curiosity that goes beyond mere cordiality. This authentic interest serves as a kind of fuel for deeper connections. It's not just a seduction technique, but a genuine desire to establish a meaningful and true connection. Noticing these signs requires sensitivity and attention. They are subtle nuances that reveal much about a woman's true intentions. When the interest is real, communication transcends the verbal, creating an almost magical resonance between two people. Female vanity reveals itself as a sophisticated language of communication and interest. Care for appearance goes beyond simple aesthetic concern and transforms into a true nonverbal message of attraction. When a woman is interested, her attention to personal details significantly increases. Little gestures, such as discreetly adjusting her hair, checking her outfit, or subtly applying lipstick, take on new meanings. These are movements filled with intention, designed to capture attention delicately and elegantly. Positive nervousness translates into these moments of preparation. The concern of being presentable reveals a desire to impress, to show her best side. It's not just superficial vanity, but a genuine expression of interest and connection. The choice of clothing, how she arranges herself, and the details of her appearance are true codes of communication. A truly attracted woman invests time thinking about how to present herself, creating a composition that resonates with the environment and the person she is interested in. These personal cares act as a kind of subtle invitation. They are delicate signals that convey, "I want to be interesting to you." The energy dedicated to her own image reveals an emotional preparation for the interaction. Adjustments in appearance are rarely random. Every movement has a purpose. Every detail tells a story. A piece of jewelry chosen especially, a blouse that flatters her silhouette, a special perfume. Everything communicates interest and a desire for connection. The science of emotions confirms that these behaviors are linked to hormonal and evolutionary impulses. Personal preparation functions as an ancestral attraction strategy, where individuals seek to demonstrate vitality and attractiveness. The subtlety lies precisely in the naturalness of these gestures. When done authentically, they seem almost unconscious. They are micro-expressions revealing much about a woman's true feelings. Understanding this language of vanity requires sensitivity and observation. It's not enough to look. You must grasp the meanings behind each gesture, understanding that appearance can be a powerful canal of emotional communication. Female nervousness, when attracted, represents a fascinating universe of non-verbal communication. Far from being a negative aspect, this emotional state reveals deep layers of interest and connection. A truly attracted woman experiences a hormonal surge that completely alters her behavior. The prefrontal cortex goes into alert mode, generating micro-expressions that expose her emotional vulnerability. These signs are like small secret codes that demand sensitive attention and interpretation. Repetitive movements emerge as primary manifestations of this nervousness. Discreetly playing with her hair, constantly adjusting her clothing, or fidgeting with her hands are symptoms of an internal excitement seeking release. These are almost imperceptible gestures, but extremely revealing of her emotional state. Hesitation in speech also becomes an important element. Small pauses, truncated words, or a slight stutter indicate that your presence triggers a storm of emotions. The brain processes multiple information simultaneously: desire, expectation, curiosity, generating this apparent communicative instability. Breathing becomes another fascinating indicator. Slightly accelerated, with subtle sighs, it indicates an emotional load that transcends the verbal. Her body functions as a thermometer, revealing nuances of interest that words could never express. The environment also enhances these manifestations. In more intimate or reserved spaces, nervousness tends to intensify. These are moments where vulnerability finds fertile ground to manifest, creating an almost palpable energy of connection. It's important to understand that this nervousness does not represent fragility, but rather a sophisticated evolutionary strategy for approaching someone. It's a refined mechanism where the body communicates desires and intentions long before any verbal declaration is made. Male sensitivity in perceiving these nuances can completely transform relational dynamics. It is not about mechanically interpreting, but poetically understanding these subtle emotional manifestations. These signs are like body poems, written with subtle gestures, filled with meaning and possibilities, a silent language that invites discovery, enchantment, and true connection. The eyes represent powerful windows to the soul, especially when we talk about romantic interest. A genuinely attracted woman transmits subtle and intense signals through her gaze, creating an almost magical and electrifying communication. Eye contact becomes a delicate dance of emotions. When she maintains prolonged glances filled with meaning, something special happens. These are not mere seconds of visual meeting, but moments of deep connection, where each glance translates layers of unspoken feelings. The intensity of this gaze varies between subtle and direct. Some touches of shyness mix with transparent curiosity. Her eyes shine differently. It is not just a casual look, but an expression filled with genuine interest. It's as if each glance tells a silent story of possibilities and expectations. Smiles complement this visual communication. They are not formal or protocol-driven smiles, but authentic and spontaneous ones. When a genuine smile appears, the eyes participate fully. The lines around them move, creating a unique expression that transcends simply moving the lips. Neuroscience confirms that these moments trigger complex hormonal reactions. The release of dopamine and serotonin completely alters the emotional state, creating a feeling of connection and well-being. The eyes literally function as conductors of this energy. The frequency of these glances matters as well. Recurring eye meetings, even if brief, demonstrate an attraction beyond the superficial. They are like small codes of communication saying, "You genuinely interest me." Some women develop sophisticated strategies for eye contact. A quick glance followed by a shy smile, an eye meeting interrupted by a delicate expression of surprise. These are true nonverbal messages of interest. The environment directly influences this visual communication. In more intimate or reserved spaces, these signals tend to become more intense and significant. Physical proximity enhances this exchange of glances, filled with meaning. Male sensitivity in perceiving these nuances can completely transform the dynamics of approaching someone. It is not about mechanically interpreting, but about poetically understanding these subtle emotional expressions that reveal desires and intentions long before any word is spoken. The care and attentiveness of women represent sophisticated languages of demonstrating interest. When a woman truly connects, she goes beyond simple cordial gestures and invests emotional energy in small actions that reveal her genuine affection. These manifestations of care arise in almost imperceptible ways. A specially prepared coffee, a message sent at the right moment, or a simple reminder about something you mentioned earlier are powerful signs of dedication. It is not merely about courteous kindness, but about a developed way of communicating emotional connection. The intentionality behind these actions completely differentiates real interest. While superficial friendships are limited to generic cordialities, a truly attracted woman personalizes her demonstrations of care. She pays attention to details, memorizes preferences, and creates subtle strategies for approaching through meaningful gestures. Relational psychology confirms that these manifestations are expressions of emotional investment. When someone truly cares, they do not spare efforts in providing small moments of joy and comfort. These are micro-actions that build bridges of intimacy, creating an environment of security and deep connection. The female universe possesses a sophisticated engineering of demonstrating affection. Every calculated gesture, every special attention acts as a secret code of communication. An interested woman transforms care into art, using her sensitivity to build emotional bridges. These signals go far beyond practical tasks. They represent a silent declaration of interest, where each movement translates, "You are important to me." The energy dedicated surpasses the material aspect, touching deep emotional dimensions of connection and valuation. The authenticity of these manifestations lies precisely in their naturalness. They are not forced behaviors or manipulative strategies, but genuine expressions of a feeling that springs up spontaneously. An interested woman does not calculate coolly. She simply allows herself to feel and demonstrate her affection delicately and truly. A man's ability to perceive these nuances determines the quality of future interactions. Recognizing the value of these small attentions means understanding a sophisticated emotional language, where love manifests not in grand declarations, but in subtle and significant gestures. In conclusion, we arrive at the decisive part, the conclusion that will transform all the knowledge gained into a powerful tool of connection. The female signals revealed are true keys to deciphering the mysteries of attraction. Every detail matters, every gesture tells a story. Recognizing these subtleties does not mean manipulating, but deeply understanding emotional communication. I invite you to apply these insights in your next interactions, observing the behavioral nuances with sensitivity. The true art lies in perceiving beyond the obvious, genuinely connecting with the female universe and its unique expressions of interest.